Hello, Aries. Welcome to your reading of mid-October. My name is Dawn. You're listening to Dawn Williams Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading a little differently today. I will be starting with an oracle card, which sets the energy for your reading. I will be reading from the Gold Leaf Tarot deck, and then I will be clarifying those cards with the Rider-Waite deck. And then at the end, I plan to pull 5 main themes that will either clarify the reading or give you additional information for you to think about to close up your reading today. The first thing I wanted to share with you was that we've got some very big energies this month. On Saturday, October the 14th, we have a solar eclipse in Libra on our new moon, which the new moon, if you remember, I think I've shared that the new moon is when you set your intentions as to what you want to create. So it is a very potent time for manifesting and implementing positive changes in your life. And then on Saturday, October 28th, there is a lunar eclipse in Taurus. That night is a full hunter's moon. That will make that weekend, the holiday of the Halloween weekend, pretty intense. So as the planets will be in earth or water placements, this is going to make things feel very emotional a time for some of you. So I just want you to be aware that if you start feeling those emotions around that time, it's because there is a lot of activity, a lot of information, a lot of stuff flowing on the planet that may, kick into your emotional body there. Okay, so I'm going to pull, here is your my sexuality is sacred. This is what's setting your reading for this next week, Aries. And yes, it is. The interesting thing about that is that being a fire sign, you really automatically pull in that creativity, that passion, that motivation, and that intuition, into your day-to-day life. And your sexual energy is associated with your first chakra, which is your root chakra, which ties into your sacred energy. So that's actually a beautiful card. Okay, so this is the gold foil. I think it's called the gold foil tarot. What's really interesting about this deck is that it's made out of plastic. So you can see, you can bend, you can do all this stuff. These cards will never get creases because of this foil and the type of material they use for these cards. So what do our Aries need to know? What do they need to be aware of? What are some of the things that are coming in that they might not be aware of? Where should their energy be focused? Okay. Okay, well, this is interesting. Because you have 2 5s in this reading, and 5s have to do with changes. Okay, so we start off your reading with the 5 of Wands. This is what's representing your energy as we move into this week. This 5 of Wands, if you can really look at the picture, it shows these people, they are, this card is typically a card about conflict, or it's a card about training, okay? If you look at the people on the card, they're younger people, they're banging around sticks, they're trying to learn how to use their tools, their what they would call their weapons of choice or whatever. But this is a card about training of some kind. So this could be spiritual training, personal development. This could be you taking some kind of advanced classes, going back to school, that type of a thing is what this is a focus on. This could also represent for some of you that there is conflict in your life right now and that you're trying to find some resolution. So once I pull the cards to clarify, we'll be able to dig a little bit more deeply into that for you. Your next card, which is your next step, is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, as you can see, is a gold card. This is a card of mastery, and this is a card of focus. This individual is creating these pentagrams here with skill, so he knows what he's doing. He's very focused on his work. Eights typically can represent an obstacle in your life. However, in this position, it's actually talking about advancement and ways of achieving a goal, okay? And then in your obstacles position, you have the Ace of Wands. Now, this would represent a new beginning of some kind. This would represent something that is coming in that would be a new opportunity for you, that would tap into your creativity. As this wands are a fire energy, this is energy that's very comfortable to you. But as it's an obstacle, there's something here that's causing a delay. And as of right now, we don't have any clarity as to what that is, but we'll look at that. Your strength has to do with the Five of Pentacles. Typically, this card represents feeling left out in the cold, like being passed up for a promotion, or feeling as though you're not being recognized for your labor and for your hard work. But as this is a strength card, this card is telling us that you are very good at drawing people's attention to your strengths instead of your weaknesses, okay? And then your final outcome card is this Four of Cups. Fours have to do with stability. This card right here is about your emotions. So it looks like you're looking for some emotional stability. This individual has 3 empty cups here, and he's kind of in this position of feeling loss, right? Feeling that loss of what was in the cups. What he's not understanding, though, is, God is here getting ready to give him this gift of an additional cup. If he would only look up, it looks like to me he's kind of brooding. If you look at his picture, his arms are crossed. He's sitting, looking at his empty cups. But over here, he's being given this opportunity, right? This opportunity of a new cup to refill himself with. So we'll clarify that as well. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck to clarify each of these cards and get some additional insight. So, Spirit, please give us some insight as to the Five of Wands for Aries. What does Aries need to know about this Five of Wands energy, about this training that potentially, or this conflict energy, depending on how we're going to look at it, okay? The Five of Wands was clarified by the Five of Wands. So it's pretty much saying what I said is pretty much what I meant. So I am going to take an additional card. So you have the Five of Wands. You have the Five of Wands again, which is saying, I'm just reiterating that, yes, this is what it is. However, it is not a bad thing. It is a card of stability. It's a card of celebrations of some kind. So I really do feel as though this is more in line with some type of training you're going to be going through, or some kind of a course, or something that you're going to learn that you don't that is going to enhance you in some way, that's going to enhance your skills. It could have anything to do with your job. Absolutely. It could have something to do with having to learn how to fix something. Let's say you've had something that broke down at home, and you're concerned because you would have to call in someone to fix this for you, but you figure out the way to do it. Maybe you watch a YouTube video on whatever the issue is, and it tells you exactly this is what you need to do to fix it, right? So it's kind of one of those things, but it's going to turn out very positive. It's got this beautiful, gold behind here, which basically is stating that there is going to be celebrations and it's going to be a victory for that energy. Okay. So now, Spirit, what does Aries need to know about this Eight of Pentacles? What does Aries need to know about the Eight of Pentacles? Please clarify the message with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So with your Eight of Pentacles, your first card that came out was the Seven of Wands. Now, this Eight of Pentacles is about skill. And the Seven of Wands is about having the upper hand, or having not the upper hand, but being on top of your game, right? If you look at him, he's on top of the world basically, and he's defending his position. And he's got all these other wands that are coming at him, but he's able to hold them off, really. And then I've also got the second clarifier of this Two of Swords. So it looks as though there's going to be some type of choices coming in for you. They're going to stimulate your mental acuity. If you look at the card, she definitely has a blindfold on. She has her arms crossed over her chest, and she's kind of sitting here just wondering. So the swords have to do with the way that we think and express ourselves and how we communicate. Now, she can easily get out of this position by just putting those swords down, taking the blindfold off, and realizing that her true goal is to get over to this island here. And she should be able to walk right through these two rocks that are on her path to get there. So I feel as though this is one of those things that is something that's going to be coming in for you to think about. It could very well have to do with these honing your skills, right? So it could have to do with that, defending yourself, being in a position of like being in a top position, right? Because you're in control of that position. And then you're going to have some choices to make regarding what that is. Okay. And now your Ace of Wands, what do they need to know about the Ace of Wands? The Ace of Wands is in the position of obstacles. So can you please clarify these obstacles for this Ace of Wands, please, Spirit? Interesting. Okay, so to clarify your Ace of Wands, which has to do with a new beginning, something that is very passionate that's supposed to be coming in, you have the Star card as your clarifier. Now, the Star card has to do with long-term goals. It also has to do with positioning yourself directly into your, with your North Star. So this is all about your purpose, your true divine purpose as to why you're here. And as it's in an obstacles position, I think that this information is going to be coming through. It's just delayed a little bit. Your second clarifying card is the Hermit. And it will make sense to you because the Hermit is about going within and finding your answers. So whatever it is that is the obstacle, it's it's requesting, it's calling you to go within to find your answer. You can ask other people as to what you should do, how you should move forward, all of those things, and you certainly can take that guidance into consideration, but really the answer lies within you. And this lantern basically is his higher self that he's shining, he's up above. Again, you have another position of being above, right? So he's up on top of this hill and he's looking down, and he's looking down onto his village or his city or wherever it is that he lives, right? And he's looking down there, but he's in this isolated place. So again, this is a position of being on top, not necessarily being in defense, but this is telling you that in order for you to get through this obstacle, you need to go within. Talk to your higher self. This card is also associated with the divine. It's also associated with our angels and all of that. So you may be communicating whoever with your guardians this next week for an answer for that ace, okay? Because that ace really does tap into your fire energy. Aces are definitely your energy. So I feel as though in order for you to be able to plant that seed, you're going to need to go within to figure out what it is that is causing the obstacle for you not to be able to do that in this moment, okay? Okay, Spirit, so we have the Five of Pentacles as their strength. Please give us clarifiers for the Five of Pentacles. What does Aries need to know about the Five of Pentacles? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this was your strength card, right? The Five of Pentacles was your strength card. So this is basically stating that you have the ability to be able to direct the attention to your strengths and not your weaknesses. As I said, this is a card of them feeling like they're out in the cold, right? However, your first card was this Eight of Swords. Now, an Eight of Swords typically is an obstacle, but it all has to do with mental. It all has to do with the way that you think. You think that you're all bound up. You think that your hands are tied. You feel as though you don't have any idea of how to move forward. And what I'm going to tell you is that it all has to do with changing your perspective. You have the ability to be able to move forward if you just make the decision that you want to find an answer, right? As this is your strength, I have a feeling that all you're going to do is tell yourself that absolutely I can make a change. I can do whatever I put my mind towards. I can create. I am a manifester, and I know how to do this. I've done it a million times before. This right here is just all self-imposed. So you can remove all of that limitation, change your way of thinking. And if you do that, I feel that the Wheel of Fortune is going to bless you with an opportunity, and it's going to bless you with continual evolution, spiritual evolution, okay? Because that's the biggest thing that's happening on the planet right now. This is the Wheel of Karma, right? So you're having the ability to be able to continue your growth cycle. You're able to come to a complete ending in something. And this is in your strengths position. So it looks as though whatever it is that you're completing is going to take you to your next elevated step, okay? It looks really good. Okay, Four of Cups is your outcome, where you're looking at the spilt milk instead of the opportunities that you do have. You know, Spirit is right there, ready to hand you a new cup. So what do our Aries need to know about this Four of Cups? And as their final message, as to what this week brings for them. Okay. And your cards are clarified. This is awesome, you guys. I'm so happy for you. Okay. So you've had a lot of major arcana. So this 4 cups, if you're sitting here and you're thinking, oh gosh, I've got 3 empty cups here. And this energy could do with a lot of different things. It could very well feel, you could be feeling, because these are all about emotions. It could very well be feeling those emotions that I talked about that are coming in for you. That's going to make you feel a little bit bummed out, and you're going to feel like it's possible that you're going to feel as though things are out of your control. But what this is a gift. This is a gift from God. Gift of God is handing you this ability to get up off your butt and to keep moving forward. But you have to have gratitude, right? You have to be grateful for the things that you do have in your life. And you can't be wallowing about the things that you no longer have. You've got to look forward, right? Move forward. And your first card came out was the Magician card. Now, this is a kick-ass card. This card is telling me you have every tool that you need in order to progress and to move forward, right? Because that's what this card represents. The Magician is the master. The Magician is a card of expertise, right? And of training. Now, remember in the beginning when I was talking about this 5 of Wands, this potential of conflict, and this could be some type of training. This is stating that whatever this training is that you're going to be tapping into, you're going to master that training. You're going to be able to bring down, again, you've got the gold around you, so that's the divine blessing you with this card. And then as your final card, you've got the Justice card, right? So these 2 cards came together, and it was to clarify this 4 of Cups. Now, this Justice card is a card of confirming that you're on the right track. This is also a card about Libra. It's got these scales here in one hand he's got, and then he's got his sword in his, so he's balancing, right? So this is a card about balancing. It could also be a card of legalities. Some of you may be finalizing something legal this next week that you've been waiting to do for quite a long time. But it looks as though that whatever that is, right, is coming to an end, because this is a positive end, right? So it looks as though this is stating that your week is going to end very, very positively, and that you're on the right path. Okay, so now I'm going to give you your 5 main themes to close out your reading. And your first card is the Horseshoe, which says good luck. I love it. Your second card is the Unicorn. Unicorn and rainbows, right? It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Your third card is the Wall, and it is about a misunderstanding. So for some of you, I feel as though this 5 of Wands that we talked about could be about conflict. That could be very much tapping into this card. Not for all of you. I feel as though the majority of you are going to have this training or this something that's going to come in that's going to push you, propel you forward on your journey in order for you to attain the information and knowledge that you need, so that you can tap into this Magician card, and that you can be assured that you're on the right path, right? Your next card is the Vase, which is you have a secret admirer. Ooh, Aries. Just remember that your sexuality is sacred. Use that energy wisely. Okay, and your last card is TikTok. Beware of great pride. Yeah, that sounds good. This looks like a really good reading. I mean, I feel like you got a lot of great cards here. You got a lot of major arcana cards. Remember, you got the Star, you got the Hermit, you got the Magician, you got Justice. These were all your clarifiers. Like all of your normal cards were all just, minor arcanas, but these were all clarifying the most important parts of your reading, okay? So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Please like this video. It does really make a difference in the algorithms to get my message out. I'm hovering at 297 subscribers. I would love to be able to gain at least 2 more this weekend. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers.